Good afternoon. Welcome to Wow Crochet's midweek live update. Oh, it's Middle. I should have known better that it was you, Middle. I should have known better. All right, so make sure, guys, that you have your live chat on and not your top chat. The camera's all over the place today because I was working on it the other day doing some silly things in the garden, as you do. What? I hope everyone is well. What a weekend I had. What a weekend. How busy was my weekend, guys? What, my stand and everything is hello all over the place. Hello, Corrine. Hello, Karen. Lots of people on already. We have had a very interesting week at Wow Crochet Designs, and I still managed to get one video up, and I'm 2 videos up, and I'm getting another one up, hopefully, fingers crossed, tomorrow. Fingers crossed. And then, of course, we're doing a very special one on Friday. Middle has said to me, yes, 20,800 subscribers. Thank you, Middle. You can always rely on Middle to watch my my count. She's such a good girl. She's such a sweetheart. The beautiful Corrine is saying hello to everyone. That's fantastic. If you are new to our channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm sort of all over the place here today. Excuse me. Just half dressed. Welcome. We have a very, very beautiful crowd here at Wow Crochet Designs. Our lives are a lot of fun. Sometimes we're naughty, and then you pop in that naughty corner. And then sometimes we have the bad people. We delete, block, hide, all that jazz. We get rid of them. They come back, and then we get rid of them again. It happens. But we try to avoid those bad ones if we can. But otherwise, everybody else is beautiful. So very interesting week. I've had lots of people sending me private messages wanting to know what happened at the Australian Sheep and Wool Show. I wished I had more information for you. I wasn't there long enough, as I mentioned in the video update on Monday. Monday. I can't even remember what I've done. So I did the video update for the show on Monday. I did this guy right here. It still smells. The whole house smells like it now. We're keeping the soap on it. The washcloth, and I used the yarn color combination by the lovely Cara, one of our new. She was actually a new subscriber on our live for the first time a couple of weeks ago. Let's bring this guy a little bit over that way. How's that? I don't know. I moved the stand. I moved the table. Everything is out of whack. Never mind. All right. So we've had 2 uploads this week. Fingers crossed I'm on track for the vest for tomorrow. But just don't quote me on it. If worse comes to worse, you'll see it like Friday morning. But Friday, we are getting... Oh, hello. Barbara, hi. I like the dishcloths. Did you, Barbara? Welcome. I'm not sure if you are new to our live. If I have seen you before, I do apologise. But if you're new, welcome. Hi, Raylene. Hi, Jan. Everyone's in the house today. Everyone's in the house. So we are doing on, you may not have seen it. If you haven't seen our Australian Sheep and Wool Show video on Monday, you must watch it. A lot of silliness on my part as well. I thought, let's pop in a bit of silliness because I did not take any video footage while I was at the Australian Sheep and Wool Show for the simple fact that I didn't get time. It's not a bad thing. The video will explain that. But I have mentioned in that video that something exciting is coming on Friday. Some of the items, very minimal, not a lot, because I didn't purchase a lot. I didn't have much time. Because I didn't purchase a lot at the show. It will be one prize only for the surprise this Friday. If you have not watched that video, then you have no idea what I'm talking about. So you have to go and watch Monday's video. Now Friday will be the video to watch for the surprise. So you have to answer. I'll ask you a question and you have to answer the question. And I always give a week to answer the question. So the Friday week will be the results. Don't leave any information here because there's no question yet for starters. Excited for that video. Thank you, Middle. Now, Again, they are going to be very minimal products there because I didn't have a lot of time to shop. Middle, I need to get back to you with an email, which I haven't. There's been quite a few people send me lots of information, and I'm struggling to catch up with everyone. Just give me another week to get back to everyone with their emails and messages and everything else. There's a lot of it. There's one of me. But I'm working on it. So I've worked from the base all the way up to the top. The very first message I got, I'm halfway there. In middle, I think yours is the next one, and then someone else tomorrow as well. So both of your messages will go to you tomorrow. One to middle and one to the next person. So just bear with me, guys. I am getting back to everyone. It's a slow process. So I'm hoping, I'm fingers crossed that that vest will be ready tomorrow. Yeah, it will be ready, but will it be ready for upload? I don't know. Oh, beautiful Jay's in the house. I sound a bit better, don't I, Jay, than I did the other day. I had a bit of a hoarse, my voice was a little bit hoarse the other day. I have a funny feeling it's because I was talking too much, but we won't go there because we already know how much I like to talk, right? So yes, I'm back on track now, Jay. Thank you. Thank you. If you didn't know, the beautiful Jay, the lovely Jay was a part of helping me purchase some yarn at the Australian Sheep and Wool Show. And I've got that yarn right here, and I want to talk about it again because why not? And it is from the Bellevue Park. And I really want to talk about it because I've been going like this all day. As you know, guys, if you're new to the channel, you may not know this. I sometimes have, and most of the times, have an allergy to certain wool. Now, this wool, yet to break out in anything, so fingers crossed. Tandy yarn, which is the Polworth sheep. So for some reason, I don't break out in that rash either. Some of Bendigo yarn. I'm starting to feel itchy here, but I think it's this guy right here. Yeah. Because notice how I'm feeling itchy down here, right where I'm leaning on the cloth. When I was creating, I also felt itchy with that. So Karen Cake's cotton, even though it's half cotton, half acrylic, does make me itchy. I haven't washed it, to be fair. So maybe once I wash it, sometimes people say it's the dye that makes you itchy. I don't know. When I wash that, I'll let you know. But this gorgeous yarn from Bellevue Park, it's simply divine. Look at it. And it's so totally different than the colors that I usually buy. Check it out. It's purple with a tinge of maroon in it, but that's the colors I normally buy. Sometimes a really hot red that you might see here. Hot red. Look at that red right there. Totally different. I was going to go a different color, but I had that in mind for some Bendigo Woolen Mills yarn as well. So I thought, when the young Jim was searching for some colours for me, both he and, oh, I've forgotten the lady's name. Oh dear. Jay, help me out with the lady's name. Oh, I've forgotten. I hope she doesn't hate me. It's not making me itchy yet, so fingers crossed. All right, the only itching, look, I'm getting red there. The only itchiness I have, I'm going to move this out the way, just this thing here, because I'm leaning on it and it's making me itchy. Elizabeth, thank you, Jay. Thank you, darling. I almost forgot her name. I'm so sorry. Beautiful Elizabeth, if you're watching, I'm so sorry. She helped me also, and it was Elizabeth who actually handed me that little, I haven't got it in here, the little sheep. I've taken it away. I've put all the other stuff away and just kept a couple of the important items that I wanted to talk to you about. Now, like I mentioned in that video on Monday, I'm keeping it in theme to make a vest. And as you know, we're making vests, yeah? We've made... Well, we haven't. I'm halfway through recording one vest, which you guys, fingers crossed, hope to see tomorrow. Or it won't happen till Monday. But I'm hoping to get it up tomorrow. The reason it won't happen till Monday is because I don't know if I can get time to upload 2 videos on Friday. And Friday, as you know, is going to be the surprise for some of the items I purchased at the show. What you see, or what you saw in Monday's video, is pretty much it. I didn't purchase anything else at the show. So just be wary. Some of the items that you will see in this Friday's surprise will only be what you saw in that video. There's nothing new. There's nothing fancy. I just bought, well, these are fancy. Well, this guy is right here. I love it so much. And thank you, Jay, for being Oh, here it is, that little guy, that little sheep guy that Elizabeth gave me. So beautiful. So beautiful. What does it say? It says Bellevue Park wool. Thank you very much, Elizabeth, for your contribution there. And excuse me. And as you know, I bought some Tandy yarn. I couldn't go without buying the Tandy yarn. And once again, I bought the Tandy yarn for 2 reasons. 3, actually. There was 2 before I got to the show and 1 extra one. 2, because as you know, it's the Polworth sheep. It's the only yarn I don't break out with at this stage. We'll see how that goes now. So that's one reason why I bought it. The second reason was, what was the second reason? I would have gone anyway. I always purchase from Tom. The third reason I worked out when I was there, because I looked at these yarns and I said, they don't look the same as their regulars. What did you do? And he said, we dyed them on the white colors and not the gray. So there you go. The base color was gray with their old colors, but this one has been dyed on the white. So I'm really quite impressed with how bright these look. Now the colors you see here are lime mortar, and this one here is hedgeberry red dyed on the white. Yeah, the color of this guy right here was and still is gooseberry jam. Gooseberry jam. So I'm going to work something out with the name for this vest. Being the fact that it's a 2-person project, that means you, Jay. I would like for you to help me out with a name for the vest. Now, I've been thinking about this all day yesterday. I thought, you know what, I should ask Jay for what name she should give it. But I'll talk to you closer to the date when I bring it out, so I can just sort of tell you what kind of design it is. If you didn't know this, Jay and I have half ownership of this beautiful yarn. So there you go. Half ownership. Don't you love it? Now, who have I missed? Have I missed everyone? I have. Oh my gosh, I have. Oh, Fluffy Kitten, hello. Thank you. Thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Liz, beautiful Liz. Hello, hello. I'm so glad it's not making you itch. Thank we said that one. Elizabeth, yes, we said that. I love the very light grey. Thank you, Jay. Beautiful colours, says Liz. And everyone, sorry, me and late. Oh, that's all right, hun. That's all right. Hello, Green. We'll say hello to Anne when she comes in. Margaret. Hello, Margaret. Margaret is in the house. Now, we have 2 Margarets. I'm just going to call you Margaret. The other one, I think, is Margaret B from memory. I keep forgetting. Oh, no, she hasn't arrived yet. So we'll just say Margaret, yeah? All right. So that's pretty much the yarn that I purchased. Really, the other yarn I purchased was from Bendigo. Having said that, I forgot to mention this. The day before Bendigo, this was before I was supposed to do a live Saturday morning. I didn't because I was going to be driving back from Bendigo and the rest of it. The day before I left to go to Bendigo, I think it was even the day, no, it was the day before, it was a Thursday afternoon, I received some yarn that I put on order through Bendigo. And I haven't actually shown you yet, so I'm going to show that. I'll have it in the summer. It's cold enough summer that I can wear it then. Ah, you're so cute. All right, so let's quickly talk about some yarn that I did purchase and was delivered, but I haven't had a chance to talk about it yet. Now, if you haven't already purchased it, it is limited edition over at Bendigo. It is called the Prism, and I've purchased 2 of each color. Not all colors, just these 2 colors. One is Mystique and the other one is Enchanted. So that's the Enchanted. Check it out. Like, there's bits of purple and pink, and I don't know what's in the middle. I'm just assuming it goes purple, pink, bits of orange. It's all kind of mixed. I wished I'd purchased the other color, but that's okay. I'll still use it. There's nothing against that color. This is my favorite color. Check it out. This one is called Mystique. Look at the colors in that. Is it not super divine? Look at that. Now, this is their Prism, and this is, I'm a little bit itchy. Hopefully it's not this. It is 100% pure wool. It calls for 4mm needles or hooks. It is 400 meters, and it's soft. You know, it's soft. I don't know how it works up, so please don't ask me because I haven't played with it yet. I had a little bit of a play with some of the blue during Bendigo or just before Bendigo, and I forgot all about how it felt. So just bear with me. When I make a little something with it, I will let you know what it's all about and how it works up and the rest of it. Yeah. All right. So that's that. And as you know, I did go to Australian Sheep and Wool Show. Let's try that again. I did go to Bendigo Woolen Mills whilst I was at the Australian Sheep and Wool Show and purchased this guy right here. Now, I've never worn this colour. Well, I tell a lie. I wore a colour like this in my early 20s, which was, I don't know, 2.5 million years ago. And yeah, like that, 2.5 million, I don't know, 7 million years ago, something like that. And I wore that jumper. I tell you, I wore it everywhere because the colour was divine. And I remember the fella, I went to a meeting with work, and there was a fella in the whole meeting, and he was staring at me. He was the one running it. And he started talking about people and what they wear and why they wear it, right? I had never worn blue before. That was my first day of wearing blue. And he says, well, this lady wears blue because it matches her eyes. And I went, all right. No, I don't have blue eyes, but okay. And I'd never worn blue before. That was the only ever time I have worn this colour. And after I wore that sweater, I wore it most of my 20s. It didn't fade. It didn't it was just one of the things, and it wasn't an expensive sweater. I didn't make it. I bought it, right? And I thought, isn't it funny how something just sticks? But then I've purchased items in the future, like from that time, and they haven't looked good on me in the similar color. But then I saw this one, it stuck out at me, and I thought, you know what, let's take a risk. What is this color called, I hear you ask? That was a long story, wasn't it? This color is called, and I'll tell you, one moment, please. Hold the line. This is a bit silly. And looking. Here we go. Nothing. I can't see. There's nothing. Does anyone know where my glasses are? Excuse me, just talk amongst yourselves. What is the color? It does say it, I'm sure of it. Excuse me. I don't know. It's blue. I don't know. Leave it with me. That's funny. It is a 12 ply, so it's a little bit of a chunky yarn. Another thing I don't wear is the 12 ply. And in the actual video on Monday that I showed you this yarn, I showed you that I had made, like I'd finished the sleeve, which is really weird. And I'm actually making that to fit because it's not, at this stage, it's not going to be a pattern on the channel. It's just something I want to wear over the next few weeks left of winter, you know. And I showed you the back and how I was a quarter of the way through it. Well, I'm 3/4 of the way through it. Now, let's turn it the other way. That's where all the ends are. 3/4 of the way. Now, I don't usually leave my ends in the middle. I usually leave them on the sides. But I left them in the middle with this because I wasn't sure if all the yarn I bought was enough to cover this body. But we won't go there. That's a whole new tutorial in itself. We're not even going to talk about that. So yeah, that's what I did at the last few hours of Bendigo. Yeah, Luana, beautiful Luana, hello, very pretty. More blue, says Jay. More blue, love the blue. Everybody loves the blue. Hey, look, we might do something on the channel with blue in the future, but I'm not going to make any promises now because we have far too much to catch up on. We need to finish the open V-neck vest, which we haven't even started. Then we need to finish the scrap vest with the Bendigo yarn, which we haven't even started. I haven't even designed it, but that's going to be simple. This is going to be blocks this way, both sides. It's going to have a little bit of ribbing up the top and some blocks, you know. In fact, I'm going to make the sleeve one size and then it's going to be puffy kind of, you know, so we don't have to worry about shaping it, right? Just as long as we have some nice tight ribbing so that it'll fit nicely on our body without it falling off, right? And we'll have a little bit of a ribbing up the top, a little bit of ribbing down the bottom. Maybe we'll use the half or double front post, back post for the ribbing rather than the regular ribbing that we always use, which I actually like the regular one, but doesn't matter. I'm happy to try anything once or twice. So there you go. And that's something we can think about in the future. Black cardigan you mentioned anytime soon. I did mention a black cardigan. The thing with the black cardigan now, here's the thing. It won't show up online because it's way too difficult to see black online. If I was going to do a black cardigan for myself, which I will in the future, it would have to be with very fine yarn. So it's a beautiful soft cardigan and not a real thick black cardigan. However, that doesn't rule out the fact that we can do a normal cardigan. And if you wanted to use the black, you could. Yeah. So you know what? It's also by popular demand as well. Who was that Fluffy kitten? Thanks, Fluffy, for bringing it up. It's also by popular demand if you wanted an 8-ply DK weight or a 3-weight overseas, if you wanted a 10-ply Aran weight or a 4-weight overseas, or if you wanted the 3-ply or 2-ply, I'm sorry, let's try that again, 4-ply, hello, excuse me, or the lightweight overseas or a 2-weight overseas. So we're going to do a little poll on that in the future, so don't worry about that now. Black cardigan's a long way away. Fluffy. Was it Fluffy? I keep forgetting to mention it. Fluffy. Not a fan of crocheting with black. No. Well, neither am I, Middle, but I want a black cardigan. Now, I've had many cardigans like this. I like them. They're okay. Maybe next year. Thank you, Jay. We can talk about that next year. I like them, but I don't like them open. I want a cardigan where it does up in front, even if it's not high, but if it's low and it has some buttons down the front as well. I want a proper cardigan that looks beautiful. Wendy, hello, Wendy. Lovely to have you here, hun. Lovely to have you here. But we're going to do a poll when it comes to making that cardigan. I'm happy to do it for a after Christmas project. I know that's a long way away, but we do have a lot on our plate at the moment. Oh my gosh. And it doesn't help when this person heads off to the Australian Sheep Show and puts more work on herself, as she always does. And don't forget, we're going to be doing some fingerless gloves on the channel with young Tom's wool from the Tarned Worn Court. I can never get this right. Tarned Worn Court. That's the actual name of the farm. But I never get it right. I just call it Tarndy. We know it as Tarndy. T-A-R-N-D-I-E. And you have to pronounce the E with E. No, you don't. I'm just being silly. But Tarned Worn Court was the actual name, is the actual name of the farm. So there you go. There's a lot to know about these things. And again, I don't know about you guys, but this little tiny bag thing, that was so ingenious. I don't know why I didn't think of it. Look at that. You can put your needles in there, yeah? And then you close it up like so, and you keep it on the couch. So if that falls down the couch, you can find such a big thing like that. But if you drop your needle in the couch, it's gone forever. In the what I call Bermuda Triangle of the couch Bermuda Triangle. It's lost in there, yeah? How do you do buttonholes in front post, no double crochet? Front post, no double crochet. You mean front post half double? We need to know whether you mean front post double crochet, front post half double crochet. What do you mean, Wendy? It is awkward, but you can do it. It can be done. Oh, here we go. No, front post, no double crochet. She's done it. She's done it again. Front post. What does NO mean? No, I don't know what NO means. What does that mean? Not orange? What does it mean, hun? I don't use it in my patterns, so I'm not sure what that means. Front post, back post, double crochet. There is a way. There is a way. Where there's a will, there is a way. In any case, we're actually doing that with, we're either doing it with the vest coming up this vest, or we're doing it in this vest when it comes up, which is a long way away. If you like, I can do a small little tutorial on it, just a little patch, and you can have a look-see. I'm doing a couple of small tutorials on some repairs over the next few months. Whilst I was at Bendigo, a lot of people are asking, how can I fix this? How can I fix that? And how can I fix this? And I know how to do them. I've just never done the tutorials. So you will be seeing some repairs over the next few weeks. So keep your eyes peeled at that. Now, I have done repairs on the channel before. I did a repair on Bobble. For the young Kiki, actually, she was went through a whole pattern and realised she forgot a bobble or something, or a puff. I think it was a puff. I can't remember. I think it was a bobble. It was a bobble, yes. She'd done the whole pattern, finished the whole piece, and then realized right down the bottom she'd missed a bobble and she wasn't prepared to take everything undone. So I did a repair on that. I did a repair on a missing double crochet in a piece of in a blanket, which is this blanket right here, in the border row of that blanket. Wee, I'm getting dizzy. In the border, you like that? Wee, in the border row of that, is it that one? Yeah, that one right there. That border row had a missing double crochet, and I did a repair on how to add that. There are many other ways to do it. That was one way. I actually do know a couple of more, which I might do. So you're going to see over the next few months as well some minor little repairs that you can do to your projects when you have missed a stitch. When I have to admit, to be fair, if I was creating for a commission project, yours truly will message them and tell them it's going to be a day late, because guess what? I would take the whole thing undone because I am so pedantic. But that's me. Doesn't mean everybody needs to do that. When I'm creating for myself, if I've missed a stitch in here, I'll actually do a repair. But if it's in front, I won't do a repair. If it's under the arm, at the back, I'll do a repair because it won't be that noticeable. In fact, I do repairs so it's so not noticeable, which is really good. Now, you need to decide whether or not you are willing to take the risk and have the repair, or whether you want to do what I do and take the whole thing undone. But again, if it's for me, I do the repair. So I will be showing on the channel over the next few months, and maybe even one as early as next week, because one lady said, look, I can wait a couple of weeks. Do you think you can repair this? And she showed me, and I went, it's funny how they bring these things with it, right? She might have asked someone while she was at the show. And I said, yes, I can do that. And one lady showed me on her phone. She goes, look at this little hole right here. Is over the next few weeks. So get excited about that. So I can also do the ribbing, but if you wait another week, who was that, Wendy? If you wait another week, hun, not that one. Oh, I haven't got it in here. Our vest is coming out, hopefully, fingers crossed, tomorrow or Monday. If you wait another week, I'll have the front done as well. And that's where we are doing the ribbing. Okay. Are we buffering? Are we Raylene? Are we buffering for everyone, or is it just a lovely Raylene, hun? Please tell me, say yes or no, no or yes, yes or no. Say no, 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 yes, yes, yes. And I'll see if it's our, we're buffering there too. Must be me. Oh, Wendy's got thumbs up. She says it's okay for her. Buffering says green. Uh-oh, I lost the sound for a few seconds, but you're back. Okay, it's buffering, still buffering. It must be me. Oh, but I'm okay now. Okay, we're getting better. This happened the other day. Oh, actually, it was roughly around this time. Half an hour in, it started to buffer, remember? Tracy, hello, Tracy. I didn't even know you were on, honey. Hi, Tracy. Lovely to have you here. Did I not say hello? How bad am I? Or you didn't tell me you were here. But hello. Welcome. So get excited about the repairs. Hopefully, a couple of those subscribers who did ask me, well, they weren't subscribers then, but they are now, who did ask me about the repairs, are now on the live watching. You're a bit fuzzy for me too, but not bad. Isn't that weird? Because, you know, no one's using the internet here, so I can't understand why. You just came in, Tracy. Well, lovely to have you here. Lovely to have you here. Now, okay, so get excited, because over the next few weeks, once again, fingers crossed I stay well, but we've got a lot to catch up on. And just be wary, guys. It'll be a slow process. Things will happen, but you must watch this Friday's video. You must, because that's the video that will have some of the sheep show items that I spent a fortune on that I will be giving away as a surprise. Now, I call them surprises on the channel. It gets rid of all the nasty people who put links and things everywhere. By the way, guys, never, ever click on a link that says, oh, you've won, go here. Never do that. Never answer a phone call that says, I'm from WOW, you've won. I'll never do it. I will never contact you guys. I will leave the information on the video of the winners. I will leave that information there saying this is how you contact me. And if you don't contact me, it goes to the very next person. And that's the way I roll. But I don't contact people, right? I let them contact me. Yeah, that's something I always explain to our subscribers. I give you the information in the winner video. When I say the winner is, I give them that information, and that's the only way I will know it's you, by you contacting me. Now, if I have 5 people contact me saying they're you, well, I just have to suss out who's who. So, you know, it can work both ways, but never ever click on links in videos that say, oh, you've won, click on this link. Don't do it, because I never do it. I never do it. So just heads up. All right. I thought I'd get that out the way, because a lot of people, it's happening a lot to a lot of other channels where someone gets on and said, you've won, click on this link, and there's nothing there. And then all of a sudden you've been, you know, hacked into, and you don't want that. Yeah. All right. So that's that. I wanted to mention that about the other Bendigo wool, because I didn't receive that until, I'm pretty sure it was Thursday afternoon. This afternoon? I'm pretty sure it was Thursday afternoon. And we didn't do a live Saturday. So I thought I was going to talk about it on the Monday video, but I wanted to keep the Monday video just for Bendigo's, you know, the Australian Sheep and Wool Show, which next year I've decided will definitely be going for 3 days. I still love that vest you're wearing. I know it's coming, darling. It's a written pattern only, Wendy. It'll be the written pattern on my website. It is coming. I am getting it tested as we speak. So my pattern testers, well, you know, they're taking their time, which is okay. And this vest can be worn in spring and summer as well. So it can be worn all year round. You've seen me wear it all the way through autumn. You've seen me wear it in winter. It's not so cold today, which is good. And you're going to see me wear it in spring and summer. So it's an all-round vest. And actually we called it, what did we call it? Where is she? Where's Liz? Liz, tell everyone what the vest is called. Liz won that surprise. She named this vest in an Instagram post. Liz, come on, you can tell everyone. The starts with O, ends with J. Do you like that? Starts with O and ends with J. Come on, Liz, tell everybody if you're still there. She might not be here. She might have gone and left me. No. So we are, thank you, the O and J vest, O and J, not the onion vest. I bet, you know, autocorrect fix that for you, but it's the O and J vest, O-N-J vest, O-N-J, O-N-J vest, in honor of our beautiful Olivia Newton-John. So I was quite taken back with that. I could think of her golden hair, and was a bit of a golden top when we first named it. And then I thought I could call, you know, hopefully someone calls it the golden something. But then when Liz mentioned the O-N-J for Olivia Newton-John, I thought, no, that's it. That's it. It has to be made and created after the beautiful Olivia. It has to. It has to. It has to, our beautiful late great Olivia. Frank is in the house. Hello, Franca. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So people are coming in at all different times. It's hard for me to re-say what I've just said. I've said a lot of stuff, haven't I? And I still haven't tried these things, guys. Where's the red one? Where's the red one? Red one's gone missing. Excuse me. Somebody took my red one. All right, the cat's wearing it. Doesn't matter. Here we go. This gorgeous little clamp. I cannot wait to try this properly. Very sad, Olivia. Yes, very sad. But she's our beautiful girl. Spotlight have the Brighton cotton on sale. Half price. Half price. Let's run to Spotlight. No, seriously. How come I don't get these sales messages? I'm part of Spotlight. They don't send me anything. Or maybe they have. I've just been too busy on with the show and not worried about Spotlight. I've got to go for a drive to Spotlight tomorrow. What? Oh dear, the troublemaker is in the house. Great. I'm going to Spotlight. Go to Spotlight, guys, and I'll tell you what, if you are going to buy for this particular top and you are a 2 extra large, 450 to 480 grams. That's all you need. I can't believe I said that. That's how much I used for my little vest. I used 450 grams, but I wasn't an 2 extra large. So it actually, I found this is starting to sit better on me. Either it's stretching or I'm losing weight. Like this, she's like this. I have, to be fair, I've been looking after this body. It's been about a week. and I've been looking after it. I start the workouts. Actually, I plan to start them tomorrow anyway, so I start them tomorrow. But there you go. So I planned that. But I have been working out, so the weight is now dropping off, which is great. Have you used it? Is it? I've used it. This is it. This is the one. This is the same cotton. Same size here. Yep, losing weight. I know, right? We have to. Well, maybe you don't, but I do. Wendy, that's what Mary's top is made of. Thank you, Raylene. So between 450 and 500 grams you will need if you are from the 2 extra large and over. Anything below that you would use less. Yeah, you would use less. But there we go. All right, so that's that. What else can we talk about, guys? We've talked about what is on everyone's hook at the moment. Yours truly. I'm gonna have a drink first. No Tim Tams today. No, we can't have Tim Tams. Cheers. No Tim Tams. Oh. No Tim Tams today. All right. Obviously, what's on my hook is this guy right here. And as you know, we are not creating this on the channel, but I'm going to play with it while we speak for the simple fact that I'm not going to be doing this any other time except either on the live or maybe an early morning Saturday morning before the live, or different times, unusual times. Yeah. Thanks heaps. Yes, it is the same yarn that I am wearing at the moment, but now that I know it's on half price, what? Now, if you wanted to make this vest once the pattern comes out, it will be 8-ply DK weight, number 3 weight cotton. So you can actually use any 8-ply DK weight, 3 weight cotton. It is such an easy pattern. All right. It is made in, it's kind of made in one piece working all the way up. Then one side will be made in the front working all the way down. Then you reattach the thread to the other side. You work all the way down. And then you do a little something on the sleeves and a little something on the front. And if you find you want yours a little more closed in front, you can do a few more rows. And I do mention that in the pattern as well. Now this one here, I wished I'd done another 2 rows, which in the original pattern, there is 2 more rows. I was just running out of cotton. Some of us, well, we were running out of cotton. But I do mention it in the pattern. And in fact, I will probably do that as well. I'll probably do an extra 2 rows on the next vest I make. And messages from Anne. Hello. Oh, Anna, is it? Hi, Anna. Lovely to have you here. Lovely to have you here. And it was hilarious actually in at the Australian Sheep and Wool Show, because there were people who knew me that I didn't even know existed. So there you go. V-stitches and more. Yes, V-stitches and more. You got a very good eye, Wendy. Yarn Chicken, my favorite game. I don't like that game, Jay. It scares me. Yarn Chicken. If you didn't know what Yarn Chicken is, guys, Yarn Chicken is when you are right at the end of your row and you are not going to make it across the row. It's as simple as that. You're not going to make it across. And you're thinking, I think I can. I know I can. You're the train that could, but you don't sometimes. And you know what I've done in the past? Now, here's a little tip for that. If you got to there and you've run out of yarn, yeah, my suggestion, and it does tend to curl doing this, but at least you can finish it. You take that whole row undone, you drop a hook size, and you tighten up your tension, and you will make it across. Trust me, you'll make it across. I've done it before with blankets. I wasn't going to go out and buy another skein just for like 7 stitches. And so I just did that. Drop the hook size and then start it again. Played and lost, need 1 more. If it's more than 1 row, then you're in trouble. But if it's only like 7 or 8 stitches and you're thinking, no, what am I going to do? They don't have this dye lot anymore. It's going to look silly. What am I going to do? Sometimes when it comes to blankets, you can omit 1 row and just do the border row. Take it all undone, that row, and then just do a border row. That's what you can do. So that can happen occasionally, and you just have to grin and bear it. But hopefully, like, I don't know, Jay, I'm hoping that the amount of yarn I purchased for the vest is enough. We could do like a small vest if it's not enough. I'll have a bit of a play with it. Once I do a gauge swatch, I can kind of work it out. And yes, I've mostly won. I mostly win with Yarn Chicken. But there have been occasions where I haven't won, especially with blankets. I'll get 3/4 of the way through the final border row and I'll stress because sometimes my border row, it consists of 3 rows to finish off the blanket. Like, let's just say your blanket is straight, but you want to make like a, a little shell look. But it wasn't just your normal shell. You put a few stitches up here and then the next row's got different type. And then you've got like a fan, all sorts of weird things. And so you do about 3 or 4 different rows. You get to your 4th row and you're not going to make it. And you know you're not going to. So I would take it all undone, all 3 or 4 rows. Doesn't matter how big that blanket is. I will take 1 row of the actual blanket undone and then restart the border. And I've done that before and it's made me sad. And I've had to message clients and customers and so on and say, look, I'm so sorry, it's going to take me another half a day because 1 row on a big blanket is a lot. Right? And if you're taking 3 or 4 rows undone and then repeating them, that would take forever. I missed by three rows and 5 stitches. Oh, well, that's when you take undone a row, or a couple of rows in your case, and you do it from there. But I tell you what, even that sometimes doesn't work because you don't want to make the blanket shorter, especially if you've got a certain measurement. Like if your client says to you or your customer says, I need it to be 53 inches by 53 inches, you can't be taking it down to 51 and then finishing off the border and it only makes 54. 52. And then they say, what? I told you 53. I need exactly 53. So you kind of have to make sure you have enough yarn. And you know what? People say, oh, but how can you not know when you're really professional at it and this and that? Not all yarns are the same. Let me tell you, for example, this one here. It calls for a 3.25. Was it 3.25? I think I mentioned. I spun it around 10 times. Where's the hooks? The hook size from memory, it calls, there it is. It calls for a 3.25 millimeter, say needle, which means a 3.5 hook. It's better to go up a little bit when it's when they're talking about the achu knitting needles. But 3.5. Now with the Tandy yarn, I use a 4, sometimes a 4.5. So it depends on the thread as well. Not all 8 plies are the same. And we were having a chat recently to the lovely Middle and also to Claptrap as well. Both of them were saying that they were doing the same gauge swatch as I was. They dropped the hook size, they went up a hook size, and still their gauge swatch did not marry up with mine. And the reason is for that simple reason that some 8 plies are a little bit different. Some are thinner. It's not that they're thinner. If it's a soft 8 ply, it's going to be thinner. Yeah. If it's a real coarse, harsh 8 ply, really dense 8 ply, it's going to be thicker. So you'll need a different size hook. If it's a soft, dense 8 ply, be wary, that can actually get smaller when you're working too, because it's a soft thread. So there are there's many things to crochet and knitting, achu, that you need to think about when you're working with it. Yeah. And all yarns are different. Okay. I like to say they're all the same, but not all the same. Yeah. Especially when you hand dye them, it gives it a different texture once again. But I don't use hand dyed yarn much. I usually just use the dye that Tandy does or one of the other farms do. Now this is actually a hand dyed yarn. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that turns out. And at this stage, I haven't broken out in a rash with that. I'm not itchy with this yarn. So that's 2 already from the Australian Sheep and Wool Show. This one was from Bendigo that I haven't broken out in a rash with. So just, heads up with certain yarns, guys, because it can make a difference to your work. Yeah. And I've missed all the chat. Okay. It's not too bad. Yay for you, Wendy. Yes, everyone's saying hello. Exactly, Mary says Wendy. Yes, Wendy says thumbs up. Guys, thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps the channel. I would use a 4mm with the 8-ply Bellevue, even if it's 4.5, if I want more drape. Okay, well, we're going to need a little bit of drape because we are making a soft vest. We want to make a nice vest. I'm nearly 71 and learnt to crochet on YouTube 12 minutes ago. I watched so many tutorials. I think you meant 12 months ago. I've watched so many tutorials, I can almost get it right. Wendy, you're a champion. 71? I don't know what I'll be doing at 71. I'll be sleeping. I don't know what I'll be doing at 71. That's such a long way away from me. It's not that far. They were looking at me saying, yeah, it is. No, not really. No, I don't know what I'd be doing at 71, Wendy. So there you go. You're all wondering, what is she doing? She's not counting her rows. She's just turning around and going. And there's a reason for that. And this is a reason why I won't do this pattern on the channel, because there is no pattern. I'm just making this to suit my size in half double crochet stitch all the way across from one side to the next. And when it fits at a certain length that I want, or when I run out of yarn for that amount, then I'll stop. And the same with the sleeve. With the sleeve, I had to write some of it down because there's increases like that, right? If I did it the other way, where I made it wide from the beginning and worked way up, it would have used a lot of yarn, and I needed the yarn. So I'm making a nice slim fitting sleeve, yeah, all the way up to the top. And I had to actually write that down because, well, it's easy to see anyway, so it's not really a big deal for me. I just need to count the rows and the rest of it. But because I'm increasing on every fourth row, I had to think about it. Was every fourth row or second or third? As I tried second, tried third, and it got to here, and then it was puffy, and I thought, no. So I did it every fourth row. It came up to about there, and then I know for a fact that that's pretty much where this one will almost hit. I know that because I've made something in that size before. So that's what I've done. So there's no real pattern, but this, like, I could just tell you, go away and do it half doubles in your amount of stitches across. I could do that, and you could go away and do it and come back. That's how easy this pattern would be. There's no curving, there's no corners. There is on the sleeve. Yeah, there is on the sleeve. And to make the sleeves for everybody, it would be a little bit difficult. So if we were to do it on the channel, we would do the sleeves in just the full width and work it all the way up. We wouldn't do it like this, yeah. I'm just doing like this because I'm pretty sure I'm going to run out of yarn. Because some of us, we're not as small as we used to be. But I am working on that, guys. That's something that's on the cards. You may see a video on it. Yeah, I might do something on it and just, tell you exactly what I've been doing. Only if I lose the weight, I'll do the video. If I don't lose the weight, I'm not doing the video. If I don't lose the weight, forget it. I just saw something. Oh, what was that? What was that? Wonderful week. Everyone saying, oh, goodbye, Green Butterfly. We'll see you soon, hun. You take care, darling. Yeah, she's such a beautiful lady. She really is. She's just a beautiful, beautiful lady. We'll see you soon. Everybody loves our little green. Oh, by the way, before you go, Green Butterfly, this Saturday we're having a normal live, and there will be live antics on Saturday. Get excited. Live antics is Saturday. Relax when you crochet, and your tension might help you. Absolutely. That is the way to go, Wendy. Wendy's got it going, guys. The idea is to relax when you crochet. And you need to make sure that when you're doing a gauge swatch, you're doing a gauge swatch. How to explain it? This is what I mentioned earlier. You do a gauge swatch whilst you've already spent time crocheting. Because if you just wake up in the morning and you're fresh and fragrant and the rest of it, and you have your little tea or your coffee or your whatever juice you like to have in the morning, and watch a bit of TV or whatever you do, I don't do any of that, but not everyone's the same. And then you sit down and you pick up your crochet. If you were to do a gauge swatch right then, your gauge would be a tiny little bit different. Because when you're working, like now, I've been working on this cardigan that I'm making for myself for the past few days. If I was to pick up the vest now, tonight, which I won't, would have to wait till tomorrow or something, my hands are already tense from doing this all day, that it would make it different a different tension. And a lot of people don't know that about any form of knitting and crochet. Achoo, keep getting an allergic reaction to that word. But any form of yarn work, that your tension changes with certain projects. So just be wary of that, yeah? These are little things. These are little tips. They're nothing major. I might try to do the gauge again tomorrow. Yeah, do it when you're comfortable. Look, I don't know. It just depends. And sometimes, like I said, it depends on the yarn. Some yarns are thinner and thicker than others, even though they're the same ply that you have or the same weight, yarn weight that you have. They can be thicker or thinner. Yeah. So it's just a little tips, little tips. That's all. Nothing fancy. But we are going to be starting the vest either tomorrow or Monday. It's more likely tomorrow at this stage. I think I'll have it ready tomorrow, but don't quote me on it. I've tried a number of times. Have you? Who was that, Luana? You've tried a number of times and it still hasn't worked, hun. Is it the little gauge for the vest? I wonder if it's the yarn that I'm using. It might be a little bit thinner than regular 8-ply. What do you reckon? Relax middle, you'll get it, says Wendy. Thank you, Wendy, for all your positiveness. Oh, really? Oh, this is interesting. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't think I've said it in the tutorial yet, but what I'll do when I'm doing the beginning part, I'm going to redo that beginning part. I can't redo this. I probably could redo the swatch, the gauge swatch bit. Not for you guys, but just for me to say something in there. That it doesn't matter. See how I'm crocheting along this way? This is how you normally look at crochet on your body, yeah? So it doesn't matter if this is a little big when you're doing that gauge swatch. It matters that this is perfect. Try and get this perfect because this is going to be on the side and fitting across your body, yeah? The base, this from here to here, if it's a little bit big, that's okay because that's length. That'll be length on your body for the vest, yeah? But if it's short from there to there, you need to get that correct. That needs to be almost perfect. Well, I should say perfect, really. Really, all of it should be perfect. But if you can't get this side perfect, it doesn't matter because that's the length. And you can give yourself extra length or take a bit off. Are you using Bendigo? I think it's smaller than 8-ply. Try and match with the Marvel. Are you talking about everyone else? I'm using the hand-dyed yarn that Roz gave me, if we remember correctly, yeah? So what everybody else is using, it might be totally different. You're more than welcome, middle. She's beautiful, Wendy. You could check the wraps per inch to check your yarn is the same size. Now, I'm not really good with that, actually. Jay, you need to show me how to do that, hun. A lot of people talk about that. I never do that. I have to work that out one day. I've never done it. I think you have more patience than me, middle. I want to do one. I hate it too, but Mary said we have to. Luana, Mary said so. That's right. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, so my yarn is a hand-dyed yarn from a yarn dyer, right? So it says 8-ply on it. It says, I think it's superwash from memory. I don't know if that makes a difference. I'm pretty sure it does make a difference with the yarn. But that doesn't mean too much. What I want you to do is make sure that this bit is perfect. All right? If this bit is not perfect from down, from side to side, don't worry. Don't worry. We can add a few extra stitches and take a few off if that's a problem. But make sure this bit is perfect, yeah? Because that's the way we're going to wear our top. Keep telling everyone, oh, look at this one's almost done. Oh, but I'm not doing it that way. I'm doing it this way. And I still have another 5 fingers to go. Notice how my fingers were spread, so maybe it's about 6 or 7. So hopefully I have enough yarn for this. I'll make it short if I get real desperate. I don't want to. I want to make a proper cardigan so that I can wear it out. As I want to make it like a jacket, this one. Not the one we're making. This one here, like a little jacket, a mini jacket kind of thing. But I don't think it's going to be enough to go down to the hips, so it'll just be like a waist-length jacket. Really wanted hip ones. Never mind. Oh, I've lost everything. Wendy says thumbs up again. Fluffy Kitten, trust me, I have no patience. I'm only doing it because it's clothing. Yes. No worries. We'll do that. Yes. That color looks nice on you. Oh, it says Fluffy Kitten. Isn't that interesting? Like I mentioned before with the fella. Look, just don't stress too much, right? But just make sure that from top to base, from the base to the top is right. Yeah. I'm on the second front of a long sleeve cardigan, no separate pieces. Yeah, like this one. Yeah, they're great. They're the best. I love them. The only thing is sometimes they can sit a bit crooked on you. You have to kind of adjust it. That's the only difference is because they're made in the one piece. You kind of have to adjust. But you adjust anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. Maybe that was my problem. I didn't crochet something else before the gauge. Yeah, keep your hands moving before the gauge because what happens is your hands change. The gauge will change when you're working with it. Yeah, your product will change. Yeah, yeah, just keep it going and then start the gauge. I mentioned that last week, honey. I mentioned last week. Don't make me smack you. She's getting violent now, isn't she, guys? She's so violent, this lady. No, I'm a good girl. I wouldn't hurt anybody. Maybe, depending on who it is. No, I'm a good girl. I don't do things like that. She doesn't get violent. She doesn't. So are there any questions about the Australian Sheep and Wool Show that you would like to ask me? To be fair, I really almost went for the catwalk just to see what the trend was. I wanted to purchase yarn, as you do. I wanted to purchase yarn from Tandy. I knew I was going there. I knew I was going to the Button Ladies, and I had a chat with Jay, so I knew I was going to these guys right here at the beautiful Bellevue Park. So I knew I was going to do all of that, but I hadn't planned on anything else. The fact that I'd got a few extra things was fun. I don't remember you mentioning that last week. Naughty girl, I did. I think it was on one of my lives. You might have missed it anyway. You might have missed it. Naughty corner for you, Mary. She's very violent, isn't she, Wendy? So yeah. So I actually went for the Australian Sheep and Wool Show catwalk just to see what the fashion is, the trend. I would like to know where I'm headed with fashion because, as you know, guys, I've decided to start doing more clothing on the channel. Don't worry, we'll still get the odd blanket or we'll get those little items that we like getting out as well. But I did want to venture into some clothes on the channel just so that I can wear them. Don't you love it? She wants to be able to wear her clothes. And the thing is, because I'm so busy making blankets and other things on the channel, that I never get to wear any crochet. Yeah, and I really want to wear my crochet. So I'm going to be making more clothing on the channel, basic ones, like squares like this, where you just sew up down the sides and you just pop a little border on, done. Nothing fancy. Where are you staying? Where are we staying? Where are we staying? Where are we staying? Are we talking about, what are we talking about, Jay? Where are we staying? I'm not sure what we're talking about, hon. Talk to me. Did I miss a chat somewhere? Where are we staying? I missed a chat, no? Where are we staying? Talk to me, Jay. Not sure what you mean, darling. I'm going to have a drink. I have noticed, this is water, by the way, guys. I have noticed that Wendy loves her thumbs up. I love it, Wendy. Thank you so much. Wendy loves her thumbs up. Pamela, hi, beautiful Pamela is in the house. Lovely to have you here. Lovely to have you here. Lovely to have you here. So what, does any questions that we want to ask about the show? Anything you want to know? Did anyone go and didn't tell me? She's pulling a face. Watch. She's trying to look serious. Doesn't work. I've tried. I failed to be serious. Now I can get serious sometimes. I swear I have to take some recording of me losing the plot when things don't go my way in crochet. I don't like to be told that I cannot do something in crochet. So I will get so nervous. Oh, who says I can't do it? I'm like this. Where are we staying for the next year's show? Oh, I'm going to put a tent in the middle of the show. That's where I'm staying. You want to join me? I don't like tents. Or spiders, snakes. Ooh, sheep can come in. We don't mind the sheep coming in. I don't know. I haven't even thought about next year's show, honey. But I am doing the 3 days next year. I might even do a day before and a day after, so I don't have to stress and drive out of Bendigo quickly. Yeah. But yeah, that's interesting to know. We could do something there, Jay. You and I could have a little chat about that. Oh, what? She's staying with one of the subscribers. What? Well, to be fair, I know this subscriber. We had dinner last year, didn't we, Jay? I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better, hun. I never wear clothes, crochet. I would like to, but something easy and simple because I'm new in crochet. But I know the normal stitches. You know the normal. Barbara, that's fantastic. You know what? The basic things you can do in crochet for clothing is, this is a heads up here, yeah? Just take your widest measurement of your body, whether it's your chest, whether it's your waist, whether it's your hips, one or the other. And just for now, do yourself a double crochet in that length. I'm sorry, you divide it in half. Take the full length, divide it in half. So let's say you're 100 centimeters. You might be bigger, you might be smaller. I'm just saying, right? You say you're 100 centimeters, you're going to make 2 pieces. That's all you're going to do. Don't do your 3 pieces and your vests and all the fancy stuff with all the fancy stitches. Just do this, yeah? So you do your widest measurement, split it in half, yeah? So you got 50 centimeters and 50 centimeters, which is 100, yeah? You make 2 pieces in both. No, you want to add some more. I'm telling a lie. You want to add another 5 or 10 centimeters just for a bit of, you know, loose fitting if you want it loose. I add 5 is the least amount I like to have, or 2.5 centimeters, which is really tight, or 10 centimeters, which is quite loose. So you're adding an extra, so 110, say for argument's sake. Now divide it in half. That's 55 centimeters one side, 55 centimeters another, double crochet, backward and forward, backward and forward, backward and forward, backward and forward. Let's just keep going all the way until you reach a length that you like, from the top of your neck down to the base. Yeah, this is the easiest thing you can do for clothing. Yeah. So you've done that. You've got right up to the top of your neck. Even your top's got to kind of go up there and got to go right down to wherever you want it to go. Waist, hip, doesn't matter. You decide. No real measurements, nothing. Just make sure the width measurement is right, yeah? And then you stitch a little bit up the top here. Just make it so it fits over your head, yeah? You're stitching up the top. You're stitching down the side seams. Make the arm big enough for you to fit. Look how much space I've got in there. I've got like half a hand in there, a whole hand in there, yeah? From there to there, a little bit of space. So down the sides, look, we can do one basic one on the channel, just a basic thing where there's no ribbing, where there's no nothing. There might be a little bit of a single crochet row or a front post, back post, which will be very easy for you to do the first time. Once you learn it, you've got it down packed. So just 2 squares basic, leave the hole for the neck and just do 1 row of single crochet around it once it's all stuck together. That's me talking, right? I'm talking like a confident crocheter who's been doing it 100 years, yeah? So what we could do one day is we could do something like that, that's just plain, simple, basic, and not right now. Not right now, because we're in the process of starting our new vest. Now, the vest we're making this week or early next week, that's an open V-neck vest. There's a little bit of fiddliness here, but as a new crocheter, we can actually, you can actually do that. You could try that as a new crocheter, you could try that stitch. The actual stitch itself is just double crochets up and down, up and down, up and down. We're turning our piece from this way to this way. So all it is double crochet up and down, and then we're turning our piece to the side, and that's how we're wearing our vest. You, as a new crocheter, you can take that risk and do that vest. Heads up, I reckon you can do it. In fact, I'm trying to make it as simple as I can for the new crocheter, so that giving you the option to decide whether or not you want to make the vest. Yeah, the best vest that you guys could make the new crochet could make, is the one that we're going to make after where we've got all the scrap yarn we're putting together. Now, you don't have to have scrap yarn. You could have the same amount of yarn that you need to make one piece, one color, because that vest is only going to be an up and down, up and down, up and down. It's going to be a closed vest. It's just going to be a round vest. It's not going to be an open vest. And that is the vest that you are best to start with when you are new in crochet. I hope that makes sense, yeah? But if you do it online, I'm okay. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, Barbara, you keep that in mind, hun. The vest is going to be done online this week, so just be wary. It might be a tad difficult just at the front. But it's only those few stitches. It works out to be not difficult. You just have to remember how many stitches down. You go up a certain amount, I tell you to turn, go down a certain amount, come back, go up to there, then I tell you to turn, go down a certain amount, and then by the time you get to here, the rest is simple. All right, it's just from there to there. That's the most base. Let's try it again. The most difficult part is from there to there, and it's not difficult. You're not doing anything unusual. You are doing the same stitches, but you are learning how to do a slip stitch, single, half, and then double to get yourself like that. So you're not going like this. Your vest is not crooked all the way down. We want to make it like that, so it looks like it. And then we're going to put a border row of, I haven't decided if it's double crochet, the back post, front post, or half double crochet. I'm working on it. How many balls of Brighton cotton, Mary? I used 450 grams. What is that? 51, 52, 53, 54, 59. I use 9 for me, but that's my size. I'm not really sure what size you are, so if you're a little bit bigger, purchase 10. If you're a little bit smaller, you can get away with 8. Maybe less. It depends on how small you are. If you are a tiny, 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 tiny little thing, you're so cute, then you can probably get away with 7. Do you like that? So cute. You can probably get away with 7 or less. Well, I know all these stitches, so I must be good. You are a champion, Barbara. You're a champion. As long as you know the single, half, double, double, that vest is it. I'm lying, and a slip stitch. You can do that vest. Anyone can do that vest. Everything is easy until you get to that, and it's not difficult. It's just remembering how many stitches, because I don't just go do one single crochet, one half, and one double, and then that's your drop. No, I think it's about 3, 4 single crochets, 3 half doubles, I can't remember, and 2 doubles. I can't remember. Don't quote me on it, because that's neither here nor there, and it's just everyone's will drop differently because we're doing different sizes, yeah? So not everyone will have the same amount. They'll all have your slip stitch, your single, your half, and your double, but they won't have them all at the same time or the same amounts. So I'll say this is the way 2 extra large is. And this is the way everybody else should do theirs, and I'll pop it up on the screen saying you should take single there. So it'll be okay. You'll work it out. It won't be difficult. If you have trouble, sorry about the plane, guys. We live close to the airport. If you have trouble doing the front of your vest, let me know, and we can work something out as a spare tutorial. Just a small, simple tutorial to help you out with the fronts of your vest. But I don't think you'll have trouble. I really don't. As long as I explain it properly, like I tell you when to do your slip stitch, when to do your single, when to do your half double, and when to do your double, then you'll know exactly what to do. All right. But everything else is basic. It's just double, 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 double all the way through your pattern. Done. Finished. That's it. You really don't have much. The only thing that you may be challenging with is I'm going to do a ribbing row. I keep saying it's going to be front post, back post, double or half double, but I haven't decided yet. You know, if I get real weird, I'll just do single crochets like this top. Or it just depends on the mood I'm in. They're saying, are you making this vest up as you go? Well, this one here, yes, it's a very basic vest. So it can be made up as I go, as long as I get the sizes right. The sizes are what we need to get right. But other than that, everything else is just rather basic. And that's why I chose to do that vest first, because it is a basic vest. And the next vest is even easier. But only we're going to be using a lot of our leftover 8-ply Bendigo wool from when we created the temperature blanket last year. And we had all this yarn left over. And I said, you know what? We'll just do a vest and make it patchwork vest. Like someone asked, are we going to do a patchwork? We're going to do a patchwork. And people have been asking. It is coming, but it's going to be one of those round ones where it just goes round and round and round and round. And it might be in half double, but don't quote me on it. But it might be, it'll be so basic. That will be the vest to start. Not so much this one that we're starting this week. The other one will be the right vest to start. I hope that makes sense. By Middle. Oh, Middle going. Is she going, darling? Is Middle going? Oh, Middle, we'll catch you soon, darling. You take care. We won't be on too long now either. It takes me 1,300 grams for a jumper. 1,300 grams. But a size 8 will only use 400 grams. Oh, seriously? That's for a jumper. Oh, right, okay. You must be smaller than me, hun. You must be smaller than me. Well, we won't even go there. But you must be smaller than me, which is why I bought 5 skeins of this. That's why I bought 5, because, well, we won't even go there. But hey, you know what? You know what? Since I'm doing my workouts, and since I'm not eating too many Tim Tams, I may lose the weight. So there you go. And I might not need to use all 5 skeins. But if I don't need to use all 5 skeins, you know what I'm going to do, don't you, Jay, on this one? I'm thinking of doing pockets. Only if I don't use all 5 skeins. But if I need to use all 5 skeins, no pockets. And I'll know once I get the back done. And I was going to say we could make it basic, but you know what? I haven't even thought about the vest. You know, if you have any ideas too, Jay, please let me know. Please let me know if you've got any ideas that you want to see as a stitch on the channel, and maybe in that vest, that will give me some ideas. I haven't sat down and thought about it because we've got too much on our plate right now. We have got so much on our plate. It's not even half funny. It's not really. But it's okay. We'll get there, guys. We will. We will. Maybe I should hold out. You know, look at Jay. She's so excited. Ooh, she's asked for the pattern. Oh, I get to choose a design. No, don't have the whole design. Just tell me the stitch you'd like to see, and then I'll tell you whether I can do it. I can do it. I can do anything. I can crochet backwards, upside down, inside out. Or maybe not inside out. How many people do know crochet inside out? It doesn't stop, guys. I don't know how you put up with me. I seriously don't. Drunken Granny Stitch fit a vest. Drunken Granny Stitch. You know what, though? Tell you what I will do. I'll write some of this down just in case I don't decide to do it, and we could do it in something else. And actually, I don't think I've done the Drunken Granny Stitch on the channel, which is very much like corner to corner stitch, really, and you're just doing it straight, yeah? It's very much like that. Similar. It's not exactly the same. I was actually thinking of doing that as I'm not going to tell you. I don't want to get you excited because we're nowhere near that. I've written that down though, Wendy, but thank you for that. I have been thinking about that recently for another project, but because we're not starting that project, I've held it out. We want to start this vest. This is the vest that everybody's waiting for. I've told you it's coming, and it's coming, it's coming. So many interruptions. But this week and next week, no interruptions. Tomorrow, you hopefully will get the vest. Now, if you don't get it tomorrow, it'll come on Monday, because Friday, we're doing the video for all this exciting stuff that I got from the show. So exciting. It's very exciting, isn't it? Very easy stitch. It is a very easy stitch. It's an easy stitch, and it's one that you can do in front of the TV. You can watch your favorite show. You can watch Miranda. I love Miranda. But I find when I watch Miranda that I laugh too much. Now, if you don't know what Miranda is the lovely comedian in the UK, and she had a little show called Miranda, and I loved it. And I tell you why I loved it, and you may find this, you might even laugh when you think about it. I'm pretty much Miranda at home. So it kind of reminds me of her. I kind of remind myself. She reminds me of me, that sort of thing. It will come like a baby when it's ready. What? You're funny, Wendy. What? Oh my gosh, you're funny. So yeah, Miranda. I like to watch Miranda. Is it on Stan or Prime? I can't remember which one. I think it's Stan. When is it on Friday? Because I'm from Canada. I think it's on either Stan or Prime, Barbara. I'm not sure, but she's hilarious. It's like watching me, but taller. She doesn't look like me. I meant the character, like the way she speaks, the way she acts. That's my character. Outside of YouTube, that's my character. I'm clumsy. I'm a klutz. I fall, I trip, and I really should have a camera rolling all the time. All the time. You would find it funny. It's my fault because I'm fidgety, It's my own fault. I deserve all the klutzy things. That's not it. Is that a word, klutz? I think it's a word. Your vest tutorial will come when it's ready. Oh, okay. Thanks, Wendy. I was wondering what you're talking about. I'm hoping for tomorrow, but if not, it'll definitely be Monday because I've recorded 3/4 of it. I had to re-record it, as you know. It's really messed up. So I re-recorded it, and I've re-recorded it till where it's gone from one side all the way to about there. And now I'm about to re-record the last bit. But that doesn't necessarily mean I can get it all recorded tomorrow and up by tomorrow. It might mean that I can get it recorded by tomorrow, and then you won't see it till Monday. So we will see how we go tomorrow. But if you do see it tomorrow, it will be late tomorrow night. It will be, say this time tomorrow, add on another 5 hours. So it'll kind of be like a midnighty thing because I will be editing it all night until about 10 or 11. And if I can get it out that night, I will. If I can't, I'll hold out, and I'll hold it out till Monday. Yeah, because it's nothing worse than I rush it and then I don't notice if there's any errors. And I've done that before where I've uploaded something and there's been errors. Always check in the description box, guys. Sometimes in the description box, if there is an error on the video and it's been rolling for 6 months and I don't find out about it until someone tells me that they saw an error, I sometimes just pop it in the description box. By the way, around 20 minutes and 30 seconds, there's this. 15 minutes and 10 seconds, there's that. I've only ever done that once. But there we go. Oh, we're buffering again a little bit. Oh, no. Might be you, Wendy, because Luana says it's good there. Might be you, Wendy. Oh, honey, I hope not. I usually finish up around an hour and a half anyway, so we're not far off from finishing off. I used to do it all in an hour. Remember that? And I used to rush to get it all done in the hour. Now I relax a little bit. I still rush, but I'm relaxed, rushed. Well, it doesn't even make sense, does it? Klutz's definition is clumsy, awkward person. That's me, Jay. Easterbrook. Hello, Najat. Hello. Najat, beautiful Najat. She comes on, beautiful Easterbrook. She comes on and we have a language barrier, but we still beautiful smile. Najat, Easterbrook. Hello. Beautiful Easterbrook. She's lovely. So she's obviously follows me and pops on the, I don't know what you want to call it. Translate, if you want to call it. Beautiful Istravek, beautiful Najat. I don't know if that's your first name, Najat, or Istabrak. I don't know. One of them is something, but she's so beautiful. And she comes on and she leaves some beautiful little things there. She's lovely. And there's Wendy with a thumbs up again. Wendy, how many thumbs up do you have to give? I love it. But she's just saying, yay, way to go, Wendy. The other thing I wanted to mention today, guys, was a very special thank you to the Australian Sheep and Wool Show subscribers that happened to be there. They were just, look, there were so many of them. I didn't even know we were that popular. And they came up to me and they asked me things and they told me things. I am Najat from Algeria. And Najat, beautiful Najat, I'm so happy that you're here. And she comes in sometimes. She's a lovely lady, Najat. I'm assuming she's a she. Well, I hope she's a she. Everyone, please hit the thumbs button. It helps Mary. That's another thing, guys. Thumbs button doesn't do anything for you, but it does help me a lot. It shows YouTube that you want to see more crochet, that you want to see more lives, that you want to be a part of Wow Crochet Designs. All good there, says Jay. Okay, that's good. Thank you. You're beautiful, Najat. Lovely, Najat. So it shows YouTube that you still want to see more. And I got more to give. I always say to people, I don't know if I have enough life left in me to do what I want to do for crochet, because that's how much I have in here. There is so much. And I don't know if I've got enough time in my life. That sounds silly, does it? Sounds ridiculous. But it's a reality. It's like a lot of people talk about crochet block and writer's block, that sort of thing in crochet related terms. I don't get it. I don't have time to get it. There's just so much to do in crochet that I don't have time to block. I want to block. No, I don't. I don't really want to block. I love it. But I don't have time to block. I'm constantly thinking, whilst I'm working on this, I'm thinking, what's the next project? Oh my gosh, we've got that, and I still haven't done that. And we need to do that. And that's going to take us a year. And we haven't even talked about it yet. So just heads up, guys, there's always something to do. So if you want something like we did the patchwork sweater that you've seen all over the place, they've seen it all over Bendigo now. I was wearing it everywhere at Bendigo, that you've seen all over the place. So that sweater there was Franca's idea, because Franca got on one day and said, I want the patchwork. I want the patchwork. I want. And I said, just keep pushing. Maybe one day I'll do it. And I did. So if you want something, you need to keep pushing. I will not get it out there unless by popular demand, I will do it. If it's not popular demand, if it's one person only like the young Franca, I won't do it. I had plenty of people messaging me after Franca mentioned it. I had people from Melbourne. I had people from overseas. I had people from Bendigo. Apparently, I have a lot of people in Bendigo, but didn't know that until last Friday. So I have people messaging me from all over the place for that sweater. They actually wanted the cardigan. I said, no cardigan. It's going to be a pattern on the website, which still hasn't gone up. And it will, but I will do the sweater, which is what we did. And I think was it Anna before saying that she was new to crochet? Anna, that would be the sweater for you to do, but don't change colors. Just do the half double crochets all the way across. Whenever I say change color here, don't do it. Just keep going. That would be the sweater to do. It's basic, it's quick, it's easy. The only difference is you might find the ribbing a little difficult. A lot of people struggle when we're doing the ribbing with the chains up. Turn, single crochet down, turn, single crochet back up. Turn, slip stitch across 2 stitches and then do it again. And it goes over and over again until you go into the round and at the end and you join, right? Everybody finds that a little difficult, but I actually find that easy. The only issue is you're going to make sure you slip stitch 2 over, or you will have it all bunched up in here. You don't want that. If you accidentally slip stitch 3 over, it's going to pull. So just be wary when you're doing that ribbing. But that to me is an easier ribbing, I think, in my opinion, than the front post and back post. But again, that's an opinion. You might find the front post and the back post easier than your single crochet in the back loops. Well, it's single crochet in both the stitches, the full stitches up the top, and then in back loops in all the other ones, and it just keeps going around until you get around to the other side. Now, someone asked me, why did you do the sweater low? Well, to be fair, I wanted to wear it. Now, I won't wear anything that chokes, so I made my neck a little bit lower. Having said that, in the future, if we're going to make a jumper or something like that again, I'll make it so it's high up the top. I might even make one of those polo ones for those of you who like to wear polo. Even though I don't wear the polo neck, you know, the ones where you roll over like that. Even though I don't wear them, but I do know young people in our family that do wear them, young girls in the family that love the polo, and even young fellas in the family that like wearing the polo neck. Me personally, not so much. I don't like to be restricted here, which is why you never see me with jewelry. You never see me with jewelry. I hate having things dangle. I hate being restricted. That's who I am. But that doesn't mean I won't create something with a polo neck in the future. So another thing to keep your eyes peeled, but not now. I told you the list is endless. There's so many things I want to see. Having said that, I want to create, sorry. Having said that, if you want something, you must keep telling me because I won't do it unless I know. Popular demand, yeah? I'll do what I have in the woodwork right at the back. But if you don't mention to me what you want to see, then I'll just create what I'm creating, all right? Again, there is going to be a third vest eventually, but not for a long while yet. The young Jay and I are going to come up with some, notice how I say young, because we're young, Jay. we're trying to be young anyway. Well, I physically, it's funny because when I did the market a few weeks ago, there was a fella who played the music in the background, some Latin music, and I danced a bit because that's what I do when I hear music. Literally on the Monday, I was really sore. But I danced Saturday and I danced Sunday, so it was constant dancing, yeah? I was sore on the Monday. But that reminded me that I needed to lose a little bit of weight. I needed to get more exercise in because physically I'm a little bit big. But that's not my issue. It's the fact that I was tired, really tired after that work. I call it a workout, yeah, that I think if I was physically fit, I would not have been so tired. So that's okay. You know, you live and learn. So doing the markets for the 4 weekends, I was drained on the Mondays. And the first Monday, I couldn't even move. I sat on the couch like a blob. And when I was working on what we were working, I thought, oh my gosh. That's in years since I've danced, years, and I say years, and I'm thinking, how sad is that? Because I love to dance. So it was really weird. It's been years, but anyway, that'll teach me. Oh, what have I missed? I've missed a lot. Beautiful Najat, she's lovely, isn't she? All good here. Everyone's good. Okay, everyone's good. We're back. You love front post, back post, Wendy. That's nice. I can't wear things around my neck. Thank you, Jay. I'm not the only one then. We're young. I know, Jay, right? I'll just tell everyone I'm young. And you know what? I think once I lose my weight, I'll look 2 days younger. I was going to say 5 years younger, but no, maybe not. We'll see. Good. I saw you in Mary's video on the show. Nice yarn. Yes. Yes. Well, you didn't see her personally, but yes. She's a part of that. Well, she's not a part of it. Oh, how do I explain it, Jay? You can explain it better than me. If I do the vest, I think I will knit achu ribbing. I'm not allergic to knitting. Oh, Anna. You've just broken my heart. Oh, there's nothing wrong with knitting. And you know what? I used to do it. Heads up, I can knit. Knit one, purl one. I can do it. I can do it all. I just don't. And there's 2 reasons why. 1, crochet is better. 2, crochet is a lot easier than knitting and it works up quicker. That was the first reason was when I was younger, I wanted to make things straight away. Like anybody else, when you're young, you want now, don't you? And so I thought crochet will be quicker. I'll do it straight away. And then it got to the stage where I thought, I really love doing this. It wasn't just a like, it was a passion, yeah? Musica, beautiful Musica. Hello. Too funny, Anne. Yes, too funny, Anne. Crochet is quicker, Anna. It really is. It is much faster. It's also the only thing with crochet that I find a tiny little bit negative is that it uses up a lot of yarn. That's the only thing, whereas knitting uses up less, which I find really odd. It takes longer to create things and it uses less yarn. Knitting. So there you go. Achoo. How many times have I said the word? You're giving me this allergy rash now, Anna. I'm starting to get a rash here and here. but there you go. So yes, I can knit. I don't, but I can. I did remember when my children were little, I remember knitting a little jacket for one of them. I crocheted a little cardigan for one. But other than that, I really didn't create much for the children when they were younger, for the simple fact that I didn't have time. Otherwise, I would have sat on the couch like a blob. But you know what it's like when you have young ones. You're busy. You don't have time for that. You go, that's it. They're in bed. I'm just about to start and out like a light. You're out like a light. I need to actually all my life, but now I've found crochet. Wendy has found crochet. She has seen the light. Beautiful Istabrak Najat, beautiful Najat with the flower. Thank you so much. We have to do flowers on the channel, Najat. We need to do some more flowers. We need to do lots of flowers on the channel. We did do one. Have we done one or two? I think we've done two. No, we've only done one on the channel. We've only done one flower on the channel. And that was for our, I wonder if I haven't got it in here. That was for our mobile phone holder too. I love Australian farmers that produce their own yarn. So I gave Mary some wool. She did. She did. Well, we went halves in it, Jay. You and I, baby. I don't know how we're going to work this out. We may have to move in. We may have to move in together so that we can share this vest because we live too far away. I saw you, Jay. When did you see Jay? When did you see Jay? Oh, maybe you saw her last year? When did you see Jay? We went halves in it, Wendy. Jay wants to move in with me. Did you hear that? Look, Jay says, yep, we're going to move in together. We're going to wear this vest. You can wear it on the Monday. I wear it on the Tuesday. You wear it on the Wednesday. I wear it on the Thursday. This is going to go on forever, isn't it? We could work something out, Jay. Maybe I'll give them a ring and we'll work something out with them. Ooh, Jay's thinking, what is she talking about? I'm not going to tell you. That's my secret, Jay. I keep secrets, you know that. And you know there's going to be a very big secret I'm keeping. There is. Not going to be. There is. I've started something. On top of everything else that I've done, it's crochet, but it's sort of not. And it won't be happening for a whole year yet. That's how big, that's how huge this thing is. What? Everyone's thinking, what? Was she supposed to say that? No. Was I supposed to wait till next year to say that? Yes. Why did I say it today? Because I'm silly. I don't know what it is. I know what it is, but I'm not telling you. I'm just going to say I don't know. But you'll find out roughly around, I reckon, May of next year. Not a full, it might be more. It might be more. It might be longer. But I'll let you know. It is mean, Luana, and I'll tell you why it's mean. Because this is something that nobody has done, and I don't want it to get out because I want to be the first to do it. Don't you love it? She's always going to be the first, hasn't she? No, that's a funny as. They're all thinking, here she goes again. Not another one of those patchwork sweater. No. It's something that's very unusual and very different. A bit like something like this lady's made this unusual thing. Nobody would have thought of this. If you haven't seen this, I showed it earlier, where you open it up and inside there it's felt. You pop your needle in there and you close it up like that and you drop it down the couch and you lose it. But no, you can't lose this because it's big. But if you didn't have this and you had your sewing needle and dropped it down the side of the couch, it's gone. In the Bermuda Triangle of the couch. The Bermuda Triangle. So I think what I had in mind, and I told someone, a personal family member, and they said, ooh, you've got to do it. I'm dedicated to it. It's going to take a whole year to do. That is how big this project is. No one's going to know what it is. I saw the video, Mary. Well, actually, Jay wasn't in the video, but her name was in the video. Just mean Mary. Oh, that's just mean. Yes, it is mean. I'm a little bit mean. You'll never last a whole year. Actually, Wendy, I have to with this because it may not work. Sorry, didn't mean to yell at you then, but it may not work. Well, it will work, but may not. Someone else may not work it out with me. Oh, it's a dual project. Oh, it's getting out of control. I will try very hard to be there Friday, also Monday, or else I'll see the replay. I just want to know what time because I'm in Canada. I don't know how many hours difference. What are we talking about, Barbara? Are we talking about what exactly? Are we talking about the live, or are we talking about the surprise? Now, with the surprise on Friday night, Melbourne, Australia time, I'm not going to give an exact time because I don't know when it'll go up. I will be doing a surprise / giveaway thing, and you've got a whole week to enter. Yeah. Mary, do you mind if I share my website? Jay, I don't have that access of links here. But if you say your name, and if you want, can you message me and I'll pop it on the inside the description box after the live. I don't have the access to put, I've stopped all access to put websites on my page here while I'm doing live. For the simple fact that, you know, some nasties were getting on, so I wanted to block them. So I blocked any website going up on my live. So you won't be able to do that, Jay. But if you send it to me privately, I'll pop it in the link here. And I'm happy if you like to pop it on a post. You know how I do a post on my community board? I'm happy to pop it on the post. We can do that if that's all right. But I have blocked all websites from going on my live. Sometimes it says someone's waiting for you to respond to let their website up. I don't even respond to that. It's not personal, Jay. It's that I don't put anyone's up. Yeah. It's 3 hours 35. I have to sleep. Oh, it's 3:35 in the morning. Oh, well, Barbara, you better go have some sleep. We'll catch you soon. Anyway, we're nearly done here, Barbara. We're nearly done. So good night, Barbara. Good night, Barbara. Don't forget, guys, I still have these colors of the new Bendigo yarn, and I will be doing something with it. It is, to me, looks a tiny little bit fluffier than their regular yarn. It doesn't mean anything. Wool can be fluffy. That's the way wool is. We'll do, yep, that's fine. Good, beautiful. Thanks, Mary. I asked Jay for the link. Well, I'll pop it in the description box down below of this live after the live, and also I'll pop it on my community board post, if that helps, Jay. Now, I don't do this with everyone. I'm doing this with Jay because we are in the middle of a little project together here. Now, Jay, whilst you're sending me private messages, think about stitches that you'd like to see, possible stitches that you'd like to see in the vest. And I'll just play. Not with that yarn. I'll play with something else. I'm so nervous to play with it. Yeah, I know you said to me it's okay to play with, but I'm so nervous. It might pay for me to play with some of it anyways, just to get the feel of the yarn and to get to know the size of it, like making a gauge swatch and things like that, just to get to know things about the yarn, because I've never used it before. Never used superfine merino before. What? All these years crocheting, and I have never, ever used superfine merino for the simple fact that I'm scared that it will make me rash. A little bit nervous about damaging the yarn, as you do, you know, when it's nice soft yarn. So there's many reasons why I've never used it. But this is the first time, Jay. So, yeah, first time for everything. It's still an 8-ply, which is good. You can use whatever you want. But if you have some superfine merino in your house, whether it's hand-dyed or whether it's just superfine merino, use that. 8-ply, not the 4-ply, which is the lightweight. 8-ply, which is a 3-weight or a DK weight. I hope that helps. Yes, so Barbara's off and Wendy's doing some more thumbs up. I love that Wendy says she's 71 years old and she still manages to do all the stuff on social media that most women her age group doesn't do. So I love that, Wendy. I love it. 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 All right. So Wendy has talked about the Drunken Granny Stitch. It's going to be in a project that I was going to put out in the future anyways. In actual fact, it's not too far off because I actually know, I wonder if I've got the list here. I might not have it here. We had a list of all the things we were supposed to do after, it might not be here. It might be in the other book. I have a feeling it's in the other book. And it's all the items that we're supposed to do. And I'm going to be putting a video vlog out on some stage next week. Maybe I'll do it with the winners of this Friday's surprise, because I don't think I've got it here. No, it'd be in the other book. No, it's in there. I know it's definitely in the other book. I've used this one. I just reused this one because it had, and I don't know how I did it. I've got about 10 pages in it. And I put it in the section where I said finished, book was finished. But it's not. I've got 10. Maybe I was going to use it for a pattern. I thought maybe I was going to use it for the patchwork sweater pattern. But I now have my own separate book just for patterns. And of course we do patterns on the computer. But I actually, when I'm sitting on the couch at night, I don't turn the computer on. It doesn't go on unless I'm editing. Really, that's all I use it for, editing. I do all my pattern writing on a notepad or a book, a large book. And I put up the top what I'm making. And right up the top, I sometimes date it and time it. And then I go further down the page and I come back to the pattern and I date and time it. And the bonus about, this is a recent thing too, the bonus about doing that is you realize it's taken 5 weeks before you've looked at it. So you know, oh, well, that was 5 weeks in the making. I should have finished it, but I haven't looked at it for 5 weeks. So I time and date everything now. I never used to. A time and date thing I learnt when I used to work full-time in an office before I took up crochet full-time. It was a school office, so it was front desk. And whenever someone gave something to me, the bursar says to me, turn it around in grey lead and write the time and date that they gave it to you. So you know when you need to catch up on all your work, you turn them all over, you find the item that's furthest away that you got like 6 days ago or something, even though you should have done it 6 days ago, you work on that first, you get rid of it, you wipe it off this, get rid of it completely. Then you work on the next date and work your way up to the dates that today is, right? And that's the way that she told me to work. And it works well when, parents hand you over paper and say, oh, I gave it to you 6 months ago. And you have a look at the time and date saying, no, it was 2 days ago. So you really have to be, when you're working on your work, you have to be the way it suits you. Whenever I'm designing now, I time and date everything. And of course, the bonus about that is someone says, when did you make that? So I don't remember. But I look back at my book and I know when I created it, but when I actually finished it, total different time and date. And I put a finishing date. I say ended on whatever that date was. So I started doing that now because I can't remember when people tell me things, when they ask me things, I don't know what to tell them. I think, I don't know. That's a new thing. It literally has only been, I can guarantee you, maybe 3 or 4 months since I've been time and dating everything. So all those years on YouTube, I've only just started time and dating. Yeah. Got to keep up, says Wendy. Yes, you do. I have teenage grandchildren. Don't you love those grandchildren? Aren't they great? I asked my grandkids to show me something, and they are so fast. Didn't I tell you the story about when my daughter set me up online? She was like this. This is her on the computer. It's like this. And I'm going, my eyes are like this. And all you can hear is her nails. And I said, Frances, you know what you're doing, right? She goes, yes, Mum, don't worry, I've got it under control. And she's going for it. Yeah. Anyway, she starts to work out my business. I get her to set up business because I don't know how to do that side of it. I know how to crochet. I can do a little bit of typing because I did it in the office when I worked in an office, but I'm nothing fancy, yeah? But there she was. The hands are running 1,000,000 miles an hour, and I'm watching the screen, and there's just letters and words and things coming up and numbers, and everything was going everywhere, and I'm like, it was all too much for me. And right at the very end, she finishes. She goes, right, I've logged out of everything, Mum. It's now up to you. I said, okay. So she goes, log in. I want to see you log in. And I'm like this. So what's the password? She goes, weren't you watching? And I'm thinking, what? There were words and numbers everywhere. I saw your hands fly. I saw nothing. So we had to remind my password all over again. We had to remember the password all over again. Like literally had to get the password sent to me directly after I just started, right? But I said, don't you remember? She goes, no, I thought it was, you were watching. You should have written it down. I don't know. So we had to do a whole new password and start again with everything. All of the business from YouTube to Instagram to everything I did. It all had to be a whole new password. And that worked well. So now at least I know the passwords. At the website, I know the passwords. I didn't know before. But it goes to show you, the younger generation, they know how to do this stuff. And I've learnt a lot over the past 2 years. 2 years only. I knew how to use everything before. before. But I've learned a lot about websites and how to type up your next project. I have 7 hidden projects on the website. They're hidden. They're not ready to go up yet because I'm getting the patterns tested. Yeah. So they're all typed up and ready to go. Once my testers get back to me, we make a few changes, we edit whatever, and I pop them up on the screen. Bang. All I have to do is click save and they're up there. So they're sitting there, 7 so far. There's more coming, but 7 are sitting there ready to go, just waiting for the patterns to be tested. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. What patterns are they? The first 3 you know. The V-stitch beanie that poor Jay's been waiting 100 years for, and this vest here, and the patchwork sweater. I'm actually getting that written up as we speak. Well, I've written it up, but I'm getting it tested as we speak. So they're the 3 items that I remember. The other 4 I have no idea. One was a spring summer scarf, but I can't remember because that's how long ago they've been sitting there for months. Well, I put it up on the screen. I've put it up in hidden because I learned how to do that. It's hidden away until we're ready to say go. Pop it all up on the website. When I put it up on the website, I will let everyone know that they're there. You guys are my first point of call. The second something goes up, I'm going to pop a post up all over social media. First post that will go up will be here on YouTube on our community board. And sometimes you might find that I'll pop on YouTube and just pop a video up for 7 or 8 minutes saying, right, this pattern is up, go for it. Okay. And then I will give everyone a code so you guys can get a special. You guys are my first point of call. After that, it goes up everywhere else from, Facebook and Instagram and all those other places. Yeah. But you guys here, because you are my first, can I call you my first peoples? You're my first, I don't know what to call you. You're my subscribers, but you're my first subscribers. You were here with me from day one. Some of you have been with me since day one. Some of you are new, and that's great too. But for those of you who have been here since day one, everyone here on YouTube are my first point of call. And then I go everywhere else. And you'll know that when I put a post up saying, join me for live, or don't forget this surprise, or don't forget that, it goes up here first on my community board first. Then I pop it up on Facebook or Instagram, one or the other, doesn't matter. But it goes up here first. YouTube is always my first point of call. So there you go. 139 years, Jay says. I have to go now. See you all next time. I'll see you soon, Luana. Actually, guys, I'm going to head off too. I just wanted to let you know that I did have, even though it was only one day at the Australian Sheep and Wool Show, I did have a good time. I rushed because of all the stop-starting, but that was okay. I didn't dislike it. I loved it when people were coming up to me saying, you're her, you're Well Crochet Designs. Oh. I actually did lap that up a little bit. The same with when I went to Bendigo Woolen Mills, a couple of people there said the same thing. At the hotel, a couple of people there. I was quite taken back by it. So, but at the show, there was a lot of people. I didn't realize how popular we were in Bendigo. But I didn't mind it. So there you go. And I actually purchased what I went to the show for, which is why I only gave myself one day. But now that I think about it, next year, 3 days, all 3 days. And I might go the day before as well and finish the day after. So I can have 5 days. It'll probably cost me an arm and a leg, but I don't buy jewelry. So I'm going to spend it on my crochet. Don't you love it? She doesn't buy jewelry. No jewelry. Pawn it all. It's gone. Crochet. It's all about the crochet. They're all saying, oh, she's at it again with her crochet. You should see the family, what the family say, or hear what the family say. She's at it again. Guys, I'm going to head off. My name is Mary. This is Well Crochet Designs. I will see everyone Saturday coming for our Saturday morning live at 10 a.m. Melbourne, Australia time. Now, don't forget this Friday's video. That's the one to watch. That is the surprise / giveaway video that you need to watch. You need to enter on that video. You will have a whole week, a whole 7 days. So I'll give you the answer next Friday. And again, the questions will be so Easy, easy peasy peasy lemon squeezy. They will be so easy. Yeah, it won't be a difficult question. And this time, sadly, there'll only be one winner. I didn't buy enough to do more than one winner. So there'll only be one winner this time. Next year when I go, I might spend more time purchasing, even if it's some small things, some big things, I don't know. But next year I'll spend a bit more time. In the meantime, thank you very much for joining me here today. My name is Mary's Well Crochet Designs, and I will see everyone on Saturday. Bye. Try to be good, yeah? Bye all.